in boxing. Man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Talk, all right. One of the brothers on Twitter tweeted out that, Ness from the Boxing Boys, and I got a lot of respect for their platform, basically, said that Crawford don't want it with Trout and why he ain't fighting Trout, and that would be the best name on his resume. You got Derek James saying some things, but I kind of want to address Terence Crawford versus the media and the new media and whatever media people calling each other. Let's talk about it. We back. Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. If you didn't know, my original channel was hacked. I hope I get it back. But check the featured video. It'll tell you how you can help me get my channel back. All right. And I'm going to tell you the reasons why people don't like Terence Crawford, okay? And it's all new generational things. You know what I'm saying? Because all the old boxing heads, for the most part, love Terence Crawford, okay? This is the new boxing thing, right? One, he was Top Rank, okay? I was one of them dudes that didn't like Top Rank over the course of time. I felt they was freezing Al Heyman out. Got him kicked off HBO during the Cold War days. But honestly, Top Rank has been doing a tremendous job for the most part of, putting on solid fights and working with other promotional companies. And what you got to understand is people change and people's philosophies change. And Bob Aaron's philosophy had to change in order for him to survive in the boxing game. And where Al Heyman is at with it is that Al Heyman is where Bob Aaron was like 10 years ago, where you don't want to work with nobody and everybody against you, everybody done crossed you, and Al went through some hurtful things, right? But Al is 10 years behind Bob Arum, and Bob Arum has been in the boxing game since the 60s. He came in as an Ali lawyer and took Ali company, according to a few people, and turned it into Top Rank, okay? A lot of people don't know that. But to continue on, another reason people don't like Crawford is because he's not accessible. He won't come on new media platforms and give him interviews. There's been some talks about Ness begging him to give an interview. You got the brothers over there at True Top Boxing Talk that he refused to get an interview to. Tom Business went through his thing with Terence Crawford, and he said, he moved on from it. You know what I'm saying? So those are the primary reasons why people, get mad at Terence Crawford. Me personally, I'm not in the business of doing interviews. I did them like 6-7 years ago. It's a lot of running around. It's a lot of work. You got to hope you get the right guy. You got to hope that he feel comfortable. A lot of these dudes be paranoid, like somebody trying to, take their words out of context. So you got to run these dudes down. And it's something since my channel got taken down that I procrastinated on, or I'm doing over the course of time. And I may start back doing interviews, may or may not. But, people don't like Terence Crawford because he's not a good fighter. It ain't like he boring like they say Floyd is, or he boring like some of Canelo fights is. You know what I'm saying? Crawford, I only seen Crawford in one boring fight in my life, and that was versus Klimov. And that was basically because Klimov was a boring fighter. Every other fight he has since I seen him come on the scene, with Prescott, with he took down short notice with Ricky Burns, and everybody. You know what I'm saying? He been an exciting fighter. Everybody is putting other things that don't involve boxing to discredit Terence Crawford. I don't care about if he only interview with Radio Raheem, or he only interview with Mayonnaise Nation and people. I don't care about that, to be honest. If he really wanted to fight the best, the criteria said, does Crawford want to fight the best? Yes. The criteria says, Crawford real? Is he true to himself? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Do we bring excitement to the ring? Yes. Is he one of the best skillful fighters in the world? He is the most skillful fighter in boxing. If it's his prerogative to talk to the media, do people get mad at Marshawn Lynch because he don't talk to the media? Let me tell you that. It's a reason why dudes don't talk to the media. Marshawn Lynch stopped talking to the media because somebody mixed his words up in Buffalo and said that he said something that he didn't say. So you got to ask Crawford why he don't interview with the media. Why would I interview with Ness? Let me just put this out here, bro, and just and put yourself in his shoes. Why would I interview with somebody like Ness or somebody like Trill Boxing Talk when it's like a female? You know what I'm saying? When you talk to a female, He said, oh, no, you know, not right now. I got a boyfriend or whoop-de-whoop. And then you said, man, F you anyway. You ugly anyway. Why would that female even consider you when you flip like that? You feel what I'm saying? So with all these brothers discrediting Terence Crawford, why would I talk to you when I say no, I won't respond to you, and I give you the faith test, and you turn around and you discredit me? Why would we even have a conversation? Why would I even stop to think about interviewing with you? That's what people got to ask. That's $1 million question. Why would I interview with you and you discrediting me? You know, and like I continue to say, man, they can get mad. You can be mad at the brother all you want to, but one thing you can't be mad about is his boxing. It's his boxing. You can't get mad at this dude what he doing for the sport of boxing. Can't get mad. He bringing excitement. He want to fight, but people sit here and they make it a rivalry between him and Errol Spence, when Errol Spence is the dude who don't want to make the best fights. Man, only in the hood. Errol Spence is the one that don't want to make the best fights possible. Errol Spence is the one behind the scenes with all his team saying, or his whole team saying, no, we don't, we ain't trying to make the best fight. Errol can do whatever he want to do, and Errol this, Errol that. Errol don't need Crawford. Errol to smash Crawford. Well, why don't he come out here and say it? Why is his team steadily discrediting everything Terence Crawford do? And everybody co-sign it. People co-sign it because they can monetize Errol Spence. That's what it boiled down to. They can monetize Errol Spence. They can get money off him. He give me interviews, so I'm going to be biased towards Errol Spence. Oh, he with PBC, and it's a black-run company, so I'm going to be biased towards Errol Spence. Just say that. Just say, I don't like him because he ain't with Al, or I don't like him because he don't give me an interview. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait till he beat the hell out of Errol Spence, or he rise to be the best welterweight, which he is the best welterweight in the world, but by ranking, I'll give it to Errol Spence, but he's the best fighter in the world. You know, don't wait. Oh, I always loved Terence Crawford. I remember Crawford had a dog. Crawford was a great fighter in my day, and people gonna wait to do the Muhammad Ali thing. They used to discredit Muhammad Ali too. And then he was shaking and fucked up. Everybody said, oh, I love Muhammad. Muhammad was a great fighter. All the clear people, I love Muhammad. But when he was out here talking this shit, he wasn't shaking, he was functional. Everybody was talking, a lot of these dudes were talking junk about Muhammad. And that's how it's gonna be with Crawford, man. Once Crawford proved that he the best, if he get that opportunity, then people gonna jump on his team. Oh, I always loved Terence Crawford. I always like that. Crawford real, bro. Once you say something bad about the dude, you know, he hold on to it. Is that a female kind of trait? Yeah, man, but that's just the way he is. Can't get mad on him, at him, because once you forget these dudes out here, all they do is gonna cross you again. So, like I said before, we had our differences before, and this, that, and the third. I ain't knocking him, bro. If he want to speak, he want to speak. If he don't want to speak, he don't want to speak. You know, if I ask him, hey, you want to do an interview? He say, no, I'm like, oh, not right now. Cool, I get it. But for me to discredit him as a fighter, honestly, because he would top rank or he don't get interviews, that ain't right. That just lets you know, bro. The world is running a buddy system. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And they changed the narrative, and they out here, at the end of the day, why ain't nobody putting pressure on Errol Spence to make the fight happen? He said no tune-ups. He out here ducking and dodging, you know, Manny fucking Pacquiao, but ain't nobody talking about that. Nobody. Give me 1 minute. And like I said, ain't nobody out here discrediting Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? It all boils down to Errol Spence giving accessibility to these dudes. Errol Spence talking to these dudes. Errol Spence that's what it's about, man. Like that whole little new media shit, black media they push it, man. I really can't get down with it, dude. I always been a dude that's always had a solo lone wolf soul. For the most part, I'm the only child. You know, I never been a fighter. I can't brand myself to be a part of that, man, no more. At all. because it's no different than what the writers do. You know, the difference is the writers get it in cash. Hear me out here. The writers get it in cash to write these biased articles about a fighter, okay, or about an athlete, or about a businessman. They get paid to sway. Now that it's all about vlogging and people don't read and it's all about visuals, the difference is now some people get paid to push a particular fighter vlogging. You know, some people get paid, you know, by different companies to push them. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I mean, to each his own. But these dudes are getting paid through monetization, through donations, through, you know, website clicks, through, you know, through monetization on YouTube. And that's how they rather pay. If Earl Spence give me a sound clip or his trainer give me an interview when I can't even get a word out of Terence Crawford, who I'm going to ride with? I'm going to ride with the dude that's helped my channel build and help me make money. You know what I'm saying? And Errol Spence has been preordained because, one, he was Premier Boxing Champions and is seen as a black establishment. You know, everybody black on, everything that look black ain't really black. Okay? That's the God honest truth. And I'll leave it at that. You know, Errol is from Dallas, and it's a lot of dudes from Dallas, and you see how they are so fanatic about the Dallas Cowboys. They're bringing that same fanatic perspective to boxing. So, you know, they said they ain't never really had nothing like that, so they support them. I'm not mad at them. You know, but it's to the point where it's so biased that these dudes ignore all the questionable, you know, things that's out there about Errol Spence. You know, him still partying after crashing his car is visual proof. You hating. I ain't never heard seeing Earl in the club. Well, I got like 7,000 videos proving otherwise since he been out. Okay? Earl Spence don't drink. Well, hey, I got a few videos that show him drinking. Okay? Got a few sources said they seen him drinking, taking several shots at the bar, back to back. Earl Spence want all the smoke. Okay. Yeah, but when Crawford said, let's fight, it's all about, I got to get this belt, that belt. I got to get the easy belt. I mean, we can go on and on about the questionable, like, stuff that he put out there. The coach coming out here, oh, Crawford don't do enough numbers. Neither do Errol Spence. Ain't doing no numbers, dude. He ain't doing no huge numbers. Errol Spence never got 1 million on Showtime. 1 million people never tuned in for none of Errol Spence fights on Showtime. Let that be known. At least Crawford eclipsed 1 million on Showtime several times, on HBO several times. You know? Him and the pay-per-view he did with Sean Porter only sold 200,000. Come on. Amir Khan and Terence did like 150. What's the big difference? You know, and all this questionable stuff that he's saying, no tune-ups, he contradicts himself, and people ignore it. You know, every time, you know, if Crawford say something like that, it'll be a video posted. When Errol Spence's team say questionable stuff, that's why I said it's no longer about boxing no more. And when you categorizing stuff and you putting stuff, you putting stuff above boxing. You know what I'm saying? You putting things above boxing. You talking about interviews and what company he with, what management he got, where he from. Nobody give a hell where the hell if you from America. Everybody give a hell where Ali was from. If he was from Louisville, he's from Tuscaloosa, or he was from Indianapolis. You know, Muhammad was real. Ain't nobody care about where Muhammad was from. People kill me with that. Kill me. Oh man, you know, what company Muhammad with? Oh, Muhammad with Bob Arum. He was a white guy. You know, can you believe that? You know what I'm saying? People say, "Oh, I only mess with I only mess with Larry Holmes because he with Don King." Oh, I don't mess with Evander because he with Kathy Doo. But did that ever come through anybody's mind? Back in the 90s, no, man, we wanted to see the best fight the best. You know, that's what the game was always about, the best fighting the best. Now, when they know they outgunned or they can't out finesse or they can't out argue you, they talking about, oh, the new media, we control the narrative. No, you just change the narrative to make yourself look stupid. That's all you're doing is changing the narrative for your benefit. That's it. You're not creating a narrative. You're changing it for your benefit. That's it. But let's listen to what they talk about. Pay-per-view numbers. Oh, PBC. Oh, what's his manager? Where he from? They ain't talking about the jab. They ain't talking about the footwork. They ain't talking about the power. They ain't talking about coordination. They ain't talking about defense. They ain't talking about nothing. When they talk about boxing, Earl just bigger and stronger than Terence Crawford. You know, he's just bigger and stronger than him. Crawford too light in the butt. That's all they give you. But, man, I just want to touch on that for a minute. I appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. If you got business questions, inquiries, sponsorship, video questions, social media ain't changed. You want to make a donation, cash app, PayPal, description. Appreciate the love. We gone.